And welcome inside the Children's Arena as we get set for some Arenalacrosseleague action. It's the Toronto Monarchs against the first place undefeated Whitby Steelhawks. Monarchs with the opening possession, but Whitby able to get it right back, 2-on-1. And it's a goal right off the hop. Nate Woods will get credit with that one. First offensive opportunity for the Steelhawks, and they capitalize as Woods elected to take the shot on that 2-on-1. So 1-0, just 19 seconds. Monarchs win the face-off. They'll set up on their offense, first possession. Waiting for the offense to get out. Working around Gesso. Innes out to the top. Trying to get something going as Pfeiffer unloads a hard shot from the outside. Quick on transition comes Hyland. Steelhawks waiting for one more man off the bench, and there he is. It's Keenan. Looking for a hole down the middle. There's a shot from the top. As Orpana with the original shot, and then the rebound scooped right up. And just like that, right off the hop, 2-0. Steelheads taking an early lead. Luke Keenan with that one. It's a nice shot from the outside, and then the rebound scooped up right at the top of the crease. And just 1:16 in. Already a 2-0 lead. Monarchs trying to get on the board. Looking to work it around on the near side to Innes. His shot hits a body in front. It went off Keenan. So that'll keep possession for the Monarchs. Backed out to the top. Swings off a pick. That shot just misses wide out of the stick of Lucas Ferreira. And again, they're going to keep it in. Pfeiffer. Looking for some help on the far side. And a shot from the outside. Riley Ford cuts the lead in half on a long shot from long distance. So not even 2 minutes in, we already have 3 goals. As Ford answers for the Monarchs. So that'll slow a bit of that early momentum that the Steelhawks had. Possession awarded to the Steelhawks off the face-off. Just waiting for the entire offense to get out. Now they're all set. Ball gets worked around. That one goes off the iron. Monarchs are going to try and capitalize the other way. It's Kaminga. Steelhawks recover. And another goal. 3-1 early on for the Steelhawks as they quickly transition down the floor, and Cole Hanrahan, the latest goal scorer. So Steelheads restore that 2-goal lead. Six 6-0 record for Whitby coming into this one. You can see why early on. Looking strong right off the hop. try to add to their lead. Bounce shot from the outside. Still bobbling around. Picked up now by the Monarchs, flipped up. It'll be Mark Lemmy to Battersby. Out to the top to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer double team, throws it off to the far side. Spin move to break free, back out to Buck at the top. His shot scores. Tanner Buck getting in on the action now. It's been all offense in this game. Already 5 goals, just over 3 minutes in. So the lead's back down to 1. So Tanner Buck, Riley Ford, the goal scorers for the Monarchs. Hanrahan, Keenan, and Woods on the board for the Steelhawks, who have the ball once again. Over to the far side, everybody getting a touch right now. Hanrahan into the corner, shot from the corner. Whitby able to hang on to possession. Keenan. Out to the top. Orpana tries to get it off to the corner. He's going to chase down the rebound as Jennings after it as well. Cohen Jennings wins that foot race. He'll hang on to it. It'll be Dance, the captain. Looking for the equalizer. He gets hauled down. Big hit through the middle. The Steelhawks bench loved that one. Monarchs still with the ball. 8 to go on the shot clock. And it's breaking through and scores before he gets knocked into the crease. And it's a 3-3 ball game. It's nice work from Cody Innes to muscle his way through, and just before he gets knocked into the crease, he's able to knock it home. And back into the face-off circle, all knotted up. So 6 goals, not even 5 minutes into this opening quarter. Dunkerley. Monarchs looking for their first lead after trailing early, now playing catch-up. Pfeiffer with it. Throws it through the middle, and Buck with a spin and a nice goal on that one. His second goal already in this quarter as the heavy offense continues on both sides. And now it's the Monarchs with the 1-goal lead. Cleanly won by Toronto. They've got to get it across within the 8 seconds. They don't. Just barely missed the 8-second count. Back the other way. Keenan looking for some help on the far side. Pass intended for McGregor. He's trying to get it back after it hit the boards. Battle ensues right in front of Toronto's bench. Whitby will retain possession. Just 5 to go on the shot clock. Their bench is yelling for the shot. So Toronto look to make this a 2-goal lead. Pass through the middle, picked up by the Steelhawks. 3-on-2 the other way. Nice lead pass and a goal as Liam Osborne, the captain, finds the back of the net. Some good hustle as he picked up speed. Found an opening to get that pass, and once again, we are all knotted up. 4-4, just under 9 minutes left in this first quarter. Battle for the draw, picked up by Lemmy of Toronto. Thought about cutting towards the net, but he had a couple guys on him. Makes the smart move to pull out. Shot from way outside. Buck looking for the hat trick. Cody Hamley. Hamley goes for a change, leaves the ball for Opana. Steelhawks just working it around. Now they've got some cutters, a little bit of traffic in the middle. There's the pass and a save from Joel Watson, and another save, back-to-back stops for the netminder, and we're going to see a penalty. Slashing call against Toronto. They're not happy with the call. So knotted up at 4. We're going to see a power play coming up for the Steelhawks. It'll be Devin Pfeiffer quarterbacking the power play at the top. Working it on the far side, Pfeiffer. It's been in everyone's stick now. And there's some movement through the middle. Pfeiffer, bit of a tough angle. That one misses. Long outlet pass. Trying to find Buck off the bench, and it's going to be an illegal substitution. So we'll see some 4-on-4 lacrosse. So Whitby sending a man a little early out of the gate to try and break down that play, and ended up getting called for the illegal substitution. So 4-on-4 for a minute 38. There'll be lots of space out there to work with. Innes looking through to the middle. Ford was the intended target. Ball still rolling around, picked up by Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer forced off to the side behind the net. Save from Will Johnson, who dishes it up. Little give and go, tic-tac-toe, and the finish from Nate Woods. His second goal of the game. Great passing from the Steelhawks. 3 quick passes, and then the finish from Nate Woods. Now Whitby's got their lead back 5-4, 7:15 left to go in the opening quarter. Still a minute left to go on the 4-on-4, and then we'll see a 22-second power play for Toronto. That one almost hits the stealing, stays in play. Gesso. Out to Dance, the captain. Backhand pass, cutting towards the net, scores. And we are all tied up again. A great backhand pass from Dance. And then it finished off from Ferreira. So Lucas Ferreira picks up his first goal. 10 goals already. And still 6:49 left to go in this first quarter. Good battle off the draw. Ball still in there. Now it pops out. Toronto able to grab possession. 4-on-4 for 20 more seconds. Kaminga. Over to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer circles out, goes to the far side. Heavy overhand shot. A save from Johnson. So that goes into the corner. Picked up by Keenan. Keenan across the center line. Looks up at the clock. Sees that they're shorthanded now for 15 seconds. Keenan looking for the pass, cutting through the middle. 2-on-2 back the other way. There'll be possession call awarded to Whitby and an official's timeout as well. All knotted up at 5 with 5:57 left to go in the first quarter. So 5-5 the score, just under 6 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Back to 5-on-5 even strength. Whitby looking to get that lead back. Loose into the corner. 8 to go on the shot clock. Whitby's got to get something on net. Keenan down into the corner. As York tries to bulldoze his way towards the net, he gets taken down, and then it's a shot clock violation. Jesso on the near side. Over to Dance. Dance forced into the corner. He's going to draw a penalty. So heading off to the bench is Joel Watson for the extra attacker. 5 to go on the shot clock. And a big save from Will Johnson. And it'll be a holding call. So some good work by Dance to draw that penalty. And Toronto will go to the man advantage. Robert Morgan off to the penalty box. Dance will quarterback the power play, setting things up at the top. Back to Dance. So they're working around, and Dance unloads the shot, and a save by Johnson. Possession call to Whitby. They're going to quickly transition down the floor. Hamley. Bit of a tough angle, and 2 guys on him, but still able to get a shot off, but it does miss the mark. Out of play. Pfeiffer will jog it down. Dance and Buck playing some catch. A bit of a play as Dance comes to the near side, and a tough angle shot. Is able to find the back of the net. A power play marker makes it 6-5 for Toronto. As Jordan Dance gets his first of the game. Dance doing a good job on that power play, quarterbacking things, and then is able to make his way to the near side and get that tough shot off. And Toronto back on offense. Kuminga took a bit of a bump. He's going to go off to the bench slowly. Ford with the ball. Soft shot from Ford, misses the mark. Toronto scoops it up, avoids the over and back off that hit. Innes uses the screen for the shot, and Will Johnson makes the save. Boisonneau. Steelhawks trying to plug the lane. Shot goes off the end boards. Steelhawks get possession, but only 2 left to go on the shot clock, and looking for the 5-hole was Owen Orpana. And then a big collision right in the crease in front of Joel Watson. Jesso over to Buck. Buck swings out to the top, moves it to Battersby. To Dance, underhand shot. Looking for the dive. And missing the mark was Tanner Buck. 10 to go on the shot clock. That one goes wide. An underhand shot does get a piece of Johnson, so good enough for a reset if Toronto could pick it up, which they did not. Highland dishes it off to the far side, and there's going to be a battle just in front of the Steelhawks bench. Devin Pfeiffer with it. Seven to go on the shot clock. There's one from way outside, and Pfeiffer scores from long distance. Just trying to get something on net to reset the clock, and it ends up finding the back of the net. And we're all knotted up again. 6-6, 2:07 left to go in this first quarter. Just a wild shot from Pfeiffer. Ends up working out for him, and possession back to the Steelhawks. And another goal right off the face-off. 2 in a row. And that just took 6 seconds off that face-off. That's how quick it can happen, and that gives Whitby a 7-6 lead. Right off the hop, just a perfect face-off win. Exactly 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Whitby will try to keep that momentum. Gets rolled into the corner. Out to the top from Orpana. Moves it off to the side. Big shot from the outside, saved by Watson. Three-on-three battle off to the sideboards, and Kaminga will come out of the pile with it. Jennings holds off. Pfeiffer will bring it down along the boards. Jesso sets a pick for him, but no opening for Pfeiffer. He's stuck on the boards. Ford, he swings around. He's got a lane shot on the run and scores. Riley Ford, little side armor on the run. With just under 1 minute left to play, knotted up at 7 as these teams continue to battle back and forth. Nobody able to gain an edge. 14 goals already in this first quarter. We might not be done yet for the offense. Still a minute left. Nobody able to take control of this face-off. Now it gets bumped out, picked up by the Monarchs. McKenna hustling down floor. Whitby playing some tight defense. Dance swings around the pick, has an opening, but his shot misses the mark. And it'll be an over and back call. So 27 seconds left on the game clock for the first quarter. They are going to call Will Johnson to the bench for the extra attacker. Keenan with the ball. They'll look up at the clock. 20 seconds left to go. With the goalie out, they're just going to hang on to it until about that 7-second mark before you see a play. 10 seconds left. They'll have to make their move now into the middle, and a save by Joel Watson. That'll do it for the first quarter. Toronto Monarchs, Whitby Steelhawks, all tied up at 7. The second quarter action about to get underway. Whitby Steelhawks and the Toronto Monarchs all tied up at 7. Very busy offensive first quarter. And Toronto with possession right off the hop, and they're not wasting any time. First shot, save by Johnson. Back the other way come the Steelhawks. Up to Pfeiffer. And Pfeiffer will just back himself out, wait for the offense to come out. Ball's loose on the far side, everyone battling for it. And Toronto will pick it up. They'll cross through the neutral zone. McKenna. Dance with it. Dance tries to dish it to the far side, and that one's picked off. 2-on-0. As Crowley is stopped by Watson. Quickly moved up to Lemmy. Pass intended for Buck. Crowley tries to move it up. And they're going to say an over and back. Toronto not happy with that call. Play continues. Osborne, he gets hauled down. Draws a penalty. Holding will be the call. As Osborne was trying to bulldoze his way towards the net. Toronto yelling from their bench, not happy with that call at all. Jason Crawford in the penalty box for Toronto. Pfeiffer with the ball at the top. Through the middle, trying to go near side. Joel Watson makes the save. 2-on-1 back the other way. McKenna, his shot saved by Johnson. Delayed call coming up against Whitby. Kaminga from long distance. That hits traffic in front. And with 1:31 left to go in the original Monarchs penalty, that'll cancel things out, and we'll see some 4-on-4 as Liam Aston is in the penalty box. So after a goal-filled first quarter, 2 minutes into this one, yet to see a goal in the second quarter. Ferreira. Forced to the far side. Shot hits a body in front, ends up going out of bounds. Hit a Steelhawks player, so Toronto hangs on to possession. Dance. One-on-one with Osborne, tries to move it down. Jesso battling for it. Boisano comes out the other way. Whitby wants a slash on that one. You could hear it from the crowd. The stick hitting the pads. Ref waved it off though. Still 4-on-4 for 45 more seconds. Is Osborne on the run. His shot goes in as Joel Watson got a piece of it, and as he was turning, took some backspin off the turf. It's an 8-7 lead now for the Steelhawks. Still 4-on-4 for 42 more seconds. There'll be a short Toronto power play on the tail end of that. Jennings. Toronto needs a couple more guys out. There they are. 20 seconds left on the 4-on-4. Ford. A tough angle, but still finds a hole. The hat-trick goal for Riley Ford. He was right at the side of the net. Very tough angle, but still managed to find a hole somehow over top of Will Johnson. It's 18 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Kuminga with the ball off the face-off. They're going to hang on to it and wait for a power play. So they're on the man advantage now. 12 seconds left to go on the shot clock. They've got to get something on net. Jesso forced behind. Out to Buck. The Steelhawks recover. It's Osborne. About to be back to even strength. And the last second ticks off the penalty. So back to 5-on-5, 10 to go on the shot clock. There's a shot from the outside, which is good enough to reset things. So Whitby with a bit more time to work with on the offense. A little isolation on the far side. Not able to get through, though. Owen Orpana, he gets hauled down. Ball's knocked loose. Still loose. Picked up by Toronto. It'll be Lemmy. 8-8 score, 10:25 left to go. In this first half as Dance brings it through. 5 to go on the shot clock as Dance trying to find a hole, circles out, shot on the run. Doesn't make it through. Shot clock violation. Steelhawks try to capitalize on the transition. Woods heads off to the bench. Hanrahan drives towards the net, dives through. He's stopped. Walker with it. Ford already has a hat trick in this game. Dishes it out to the top to Jesso. Shot from the outside. That's stopped. Knocked off into the corner. Picked up by Whitby. They get it through the line. Boissonneau. Boissonneau, nice spin move. Gets the shot off. Right back the other way come the Monarchs. And a heavy pick right into the middle will disrupt that play. So possession call back to Whitby. And Liam Aston calls for it back at the top. Aston steps into one. Save by Watson. Goodchild keeps the play alive just at the bench. Pass intended for Aston, and he steps into the crease. Up to Jennings, who will cross that center line. Flip pass to Dance. Moves off into the corner. All alone is Pfeiffer, and he scores. Parker Pfeiffer all by himself right in the center lane. He had a lot of time to unload that shot, and that makes it a 9-8 game with 8:26 left to go. Toronto back in the lead. When Parker Pfeiffer gets that close to the net uncontested, he's going to score 9 times out of 10. Monarchs back on offense. That one's picked off. Here comes Whitby. And right back the other way. 2 quick possession changes as Dunkerley with it. Pfeiffer, who had that last goal for Toronto. dishes it off. He cuts down to the middle, tries to plug the lane. That bounces into Toronto's bench, changing possession once again. So after 14 goals in the first quarter, just 3 so far in this second quarter. 7:50 left to go in it. Scooped up by Watson. Long pass for Dunkerley. Can't hang on to it. Picked up by Will Johnson, who flips it out. And a big collision at the center as Robert Morgan just bulldozing his way towards the net. He goes off to the bench. Ball with Goodchild, who dishes it off to Keenan. Trying to circle through and gets knocked into the crease and almost into the goaltender. Bit of pushing and shoving, and cooler heads will prevail. It'll be an official's timeout with the Monarchs leading the Steelhawks 9-8, 7:16 left to go in the first half. 9-8 the score. Toronto Monarchs leading the Whitby Steelhawks, 7:16 left to go in the first half. Toronto with the ball. It's Dance. Dance into the offensive zone. Taking a couple heavy checks, though, as ball gets knocked loose. Good defensive play by Keegan Crowley. Crowley can't get a shot off his Innes with a nice stick check. 3-on-2. Dance decides to pull out, wait for some offensive help. Dance down to Buck. Buck into the middle as Pfeiffer gets forced behind the net. Tries the dunk goal, and they're going to say a crease violation. Osborne with it. He's all alone on the near side, joined by Pfeiffer now, who sets a pick for him. Orpana over to Aston. He cuts through to the middle and makes a nice move and finds the back of the cage. A great play. So you got Joel Watson tangled a little bit before finding the back of the net. So again, all tied up. 9-9 the score. Ball loose off the faceoff, picked up by Whitby. It's Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer swings off a pick. Moves it to Hanrahan. His shot gets the reset for them. 5:45 left to go in the first half. Pfeiffer, one-on-one with his man, puts it behind, and a highlight reel marker off the dunk as Hanrahan restores the lead for Whitby, 10-9. Just a perfect pass from the top, and then Hanrahan executing the dunk with perfection. Toronto gets possession off the face-off. Jennings gets pushed across the line. Great play by Osborne. Keenan with it. Keenan to Aston. Whitby trying to find some holes, just working it around. Hoping for the defense to make a mistake. 8 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Swinging around is Keenan, and he scores. That one from way outside as he's getting pushed back on the run, and still not only gets the shot on net, but finds the back of the net. 2-goal cushion now for Whitby. Exactly 5 minutes left to go in the first half. That's Keenan's second goal of the game. Early movement on the face-off gives the ball to the Monarchs. Ford. Ford already with a hat trick in this game. Looking to add a bit more, moves it to Ferreira. And diving through, a good opportunity by Pfeiffer. .12 to go on the shot clock. Lots of traffic in front. As Ferreira goes far side, trying to feed Pfeiffer. Steelhawks back the other way. Weller into the middle. Twister shot from Robert Morgan. And a quick transition from the Monarchs. McKenna. Over to Pfeiffer. He dives through and scores. It counts. Pfeiffer with the diving goal, his second of the game. He brings Toronto within one. It's 11-10. 4:06 left to go in the first half. A great effort from Pfeiffer to get that goal for Toronto. Steelhawks with the face-off win. Boisno. Hamley with it. To Osborne. Osborne, he's one-on-one. Swings off a pick, comes through the lane. Stick save by Watson. Walker. Over to Pfeiffer. Shot from the outside, gets his own rebound. Still with it, taking some heavy hits from Keegan Crowley. Steelhawks back the other way, it's Hamley. Shot saved by Watson. Kuminga will slow things down. 3:10 left to go in the first half. Dance looking for somebody through the middle. Pass intended for Battersby. Monarchs hang on to it. As Innes. Shot goes wide. 2-on-1. Back the other way. Highland. Backhand pass. Off target. Still loose into the corner. Toronto scoops it up. Lemmy. To Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer thought about diving and then moved it over to Buck at the last second. Possession awarded to Whitby. Woods. He's looking for some help on the far side. He's going to head off for a line change. Dishes the ball off before he goes. 2:15 left in the first half. Shot from the outside. McGregor trying to find an opening. Gets the reset if he can pick up the loose ball. Still battling for it, just to the side of the Steelhawks bench. Back the other way. And Boisno with a nice defensive play to break that up. Another shot, and this one saved by Johnson. And a collision just outside the crease. With 1:48 left to go in the first half. We'll see a Toronto power play. So heading off to the box will be Boisno. So 5-on-4 power play opportunity for Toronto. Dance will quarterback things at the top. Dance steps into one, save by Johnson. They might call it back in. Referees are going to convene. And no, they do give the ball to the Steelhawks. Weller through center. Pfeiffer will hang on to it on the near side. 1:30 left to kill on the penalty. 10 to go on the shot clock. As Pfeiffer drives towards the net, he gets double teamed, gets a shot off as he gets knocked into the crease. Possession given to Toronto. As we enter the last minute of play in this first half. Dance over to Buck, to Pfeiffer. Backhand pass as Dance gets it right back, gets the shot from the top. Nate Woods will scoop it up. 35 to go on the game clock, 45 to go on the penalty. As Whitby's just content getting back to even strength. 5 to go on the shot clock as they start making their way towards the net. That misses the mark. 3-on-1 opportunity for Toronto as McKenna gets stopped. Ball loose off into the corner. There's going to be a timeout for Toronto. 6.1 seconds left to go. So they're still on the power play. They want to draw something up. So Joel Watson will likely be on the bench for the sixth man. As they look for the equalizer right at the end of the period. They're going to have to move quick and get something right off the bat. No time to waste with just 6 seconds. Lots of time in lacrosse, though, if you can execute the perfect play. Whitby's going to have to play some tight man-on-man, prevent any passes from going through. But with that extra body out there, well, Joel Watson is going to stay in the net. So when they're already on the 5-on-4 power play, because they didn't want to risk Whitby getting that shot at the empty net. So they'll just work with the 5-on-4. A shot off the iron, and that'll do it for the first half. The end of the first half, Whitby with an 11-10 win over the Monarchs. An 11-10 lead, rather. And third quarter action about to get underway here at the Children's Arena in Oshawa. Whitby Steelhawks with an 11-10 lead over the Toronto Monarchs. First quarter was full of goals. It was 7-7 after the first quarter. And then Whitby outscoring Toronto 4-3 in that second quarter. Toronto looking to tie it up. Ford, he gets hauled down, still gets the shot off. Ford's working on a 5-point night. Pfeiffer over to Battersby. Far side to Buck. Buck through traffic, that hits the iron. Osborne taken off, going right towards the net. Save by Joel Watson. Crossing through centers, Pfeiffer. Jesso tried to flip it back into Pfeiffer. That's picked off down the middle. Picking up some speeds, Robert Morgan. Morgan on the run, looking for that bottom corner. And Whitby will set up on the offense. It's Devin Pfeiffer. Pass intended for Hanrahan. He wasn't looking. It ends up going right in to Watson. Ford flips it behind him. Innes being checked by Weller. Throws it off to Dance. Dance looking for Ennis. That bounces off the top of his stick. 5 to go on the shot clock. It goes over and back anyhow. We might see a penalty. We will. A holding call. Going against the Steelhawks. Looks like it's Hamley heading off to the box. So power play coming up for Toronto. Just as they were about to lose possession, they get it right back. Fresh 30 on the clock in a 2-minute power play. So they trail 11-10, 2 minutes into this third quarter. Buck steps into one. Johnson has it. Up quickly to Boisneau. Boisneau double teamed. He's forced off to the boards. Circles around. Tries to pass to the far side, ends up hitting the rafters, going out of bounds. Buck flips it back to Dance. To Pfeiffer. Backhand pass into the corner as Buck circles out. Gets a shot off. Scoops out the rebound, keeps it alive, and another save as Will Johnson makes 2 in a row. And Buck at the side of the net gets stopped once again by Johnson. Whitby trying to move quick on transition. Nate Woods through the middle. He's got an opening and scores. A short-handed marker for Nate Woods to complete the hat trick. And it's a 2-goal lead for Whitby. Still 102 though on the power play for Toronto. Big short-handed goal from Nate Woods. Clean face-off win. McKenna over to Dance. Toronto trying to set something up on this power play. There's a shot from Innes from the outside. Johnson, no problem on that save. Osborne picks up some speed. He brings it all the way through. Double teamed in the corner, thought about going behind the net, but he saw Watson stepping out of his goal crease. Osborne still with it, doing a great job hanging on to the ball. Gets a big ovation from the crowd and his bench as Keenan with it now. Keenan just trying to get something on net as the shot clock expires. 5 seconds left to go on the power play. One last opportunity for Toronto. Pfeiffer out to Dance. Underhand shot. Save by Johnson. Woods cuts towards the net. He's got a hole, looking for that 5-hole. Toronto marching back up the other way. It's Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer's shot goes off a stick as Robert Morgan got in front of that one. Dunkerley into Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer with a backhand pass. Off into the corner, still loose. Dunkerley had it for a second. Still rolling around. Now it's picked up by Boisneau. Boisneau being triple teamed as the rest of his team's going for a line change. Still hangs on to the ball. 15 to go on the shot clock. Goodchild has it. And again, an ovation from the crowd. This time for Boiseno, who did a good job hanging on to that ball. Good shot. Hits Kuminga. So they'll get the ball back as it did go out of bounds after it hit Kuminga. Liam Aston into Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer over to Sinfield. 7 to go on the shot clock. Shot through traffic, and somehow Joel Watson able to make the save off that Orpana shot. Lemmy with a flip pass on his way to the bench. Innes finds some help at the top in Battersby. Jesso into the middle, and that gets knocked out. Whitby tried to take advantage on transition, but they're going to get whistled all the way back. Be forced with it to start with it at center. It's Keenan. Aston with it now. I don't know if that was a pass or a shot, but it ended up in the stick of Watson. Now McKenna with it. McKenna on the run, tries to go far side. A nice save from Johnson. 12-10 lead for Whitby. 8:45 left to go in the third quarter. It's Cameron York. Moving pick called as Pfeiffer came across hard, trying to create some space for Aston. Crawford, his shot saved as Johnson can't make the second save. And it's a one-goal game as Merrick Lemmy scoops up the rebound, finds the back of the net. Good heads-up play by Lemmy, coming up with the play and being right there as that rebound shot out. He's able to keep his eyes on it, scoop it up, and fire it home. It's a 12-11. Whitby still leading, 8:23 left to go in the third quarter. Face-off won by Whitby. Highland has it. Toronto wanted an over and back call. Ref says no. Keenan. Pass intended for Pfeiffer into the corner where it's picked up by Harris. Harris brings it all the way down. Pfeiffer. Over to Dance. Tries to get it back to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer battling for it, trying to get the Lucy. It'll eventually be scooped up by DeBroni, who moves it up quickly to Nate Woods. Whitby bench yelling at him to hold, slow things down, flips it to Keenan. Keenan with the flip pass through to the middle, shot on the run, and Landon Sinfield scores. That's 4 points for Sinfield. And the 2-goal lead has been restored for Whitby, as Landon Sinfield having a big game for the Steelhawks. 7:27 left to go in this third quarter. Lemmy with the ball off the face-off, turns around, feeds Dunkerley, and an over and back call. And that'll be an official's timeout as well, as the Steelhawks lead the Monarchs 13-11, 7:20 left to go in the third quarter. 13-11 the score with 7:20 left to go in the third quarter. Whitby leading, and they've got the ball. Pfeiffer dishes it off to the near side to Cameron York. Back over to the far side to Aston. He tries to get his way through. Gets that shot off, which is saved by Watson. McKenna chases down that ball. He'll slow things down. It's the offense just coming out for Toronto. Jesso moves it over to Ford, down to Buck. Shot from Pfeiffer, a bouncer into the top corner. That's the hat-trick goal for Parker Pfeiffer. That's a highlight reel shot. Bouncers, tough for a goalie to stop, but tough to place them perfectly like that as well if you're a player. And that was a bouncer that was right underneath the bar. Can't get much better than that. Monarchs within one. Devin Pfeiffer with it. He's being double teamed. Dishes it off. On the run is Keenan. His shot hits a body in front. Kaminga. He's going to drive towards the net. Tries to sneak it in. The near side save by Johnson. And the rebound makes its way through. That's Nick D'Amico picks up his first of the game. And that's going to tie things up at 13 with 6:13 left to go in the third quarter. Lemmy with the ball. Dance. Over to Pfeiffer. Shot from the outside by Ford. Gets his own rebound, but he's double teamed, so the ball gets knocked free, still bouncing around. Possession call awarded to Whitby. That'll be awarded to Toronto. Will be a penalty to Whitby. After all, that's an illegal cross-check. So power play coming up for Toronto. Game's knotted up, 13 apiece. For that last goal from Nick D'Amico. Buck brings one off the iron. They'll keep possession, though, for Toronto, so they'll hang on to it. Working on the power play. Pfeiffer. Out to the top to Dance. His shot just wide of the net. And that's going to hit a bar up in the ceiling. Out of play. Whitby on the penalty kill. 5:20 left to go in the third quarter. Robert Morgan dishes off to Aston, who moves it to Pfeiffer. Or Boisneau, pardon me. He's going to still hang on to it. It's Braden McGregor with the ball. Tries to dive through. Good attempt from McGregor. Pfeiffer. Down the near side, out to Dance at the top. Back over to Pfeiffer into the corner. 10 seconds left to go on the shot clock as Pfeiffer behind the net for the dunk attempt from Buck. Boisneau back the other way. Takes a shot and finds the back of the net. Matt Boisneau, the shorthanded marker. Good transition goal, good hustle. And Boisneau makes it count with that shot from the outside. So 14-13. Steelhawks back in the lead. Face-off one back into the Toronto zone. Whitby will just let them have it, and they regroup. Still on the power play for 30 more seconds, which almost matches the shot clock. There's a 2-second differential. That pass a little too high. Buck wasn't able to get a hold of that. Boiseno dishes it up to Osborne. Just under 4 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Whitby trying to kill off the final seconds of their penalty here. And now we're back to 5-on-5 even strength just as Toronto gets the ball back. They're going to move up floor. It's Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer signaling what he wants to happen on that far side. Moves it over to Buck. Into Gesso. Jesso's shot. It's off target. Buck ends up with the ball. Lots of time on the shot clock, still 15. Ferreira. Pfeiffer swings around a pick from Gesso, tries to dish it into him. Ends up behind the net. Gesso picks it back up. 5 to go on the shot clock, so he just tosses it through, hoping to get it on net. So exactly 3 minutes left to go in this third quarter. Sinfield out to the top to Orpana. Behind the net to Pfeiffer. To Aston. Aston out to Orpana. Feeds it back over to Aston. His shot ends up hitting something at the top, so it gives the ball right back to Toronto. They trail by 1. Looking for the equalizer. Tanner Buck with the ball. Dance sets a pick for him. Creates an opportunity. It's Dance down the middle. He scores. The captain with his second goal. Steelhawks bench upset at that one. They thought it was a moving pick call. Looked close from here. But a nice pick and roll executed as Buck and Dance combined for that one. Dance with the finish. So tied up at 14. 2:15 left to go in the third quarter. Pfeiffer tries to claw his way through to the middle, forced off into the corner. Moves it out to Keenan. Keenan to Aston. Aston takes a stick, moves it to Keenan. He tries to put it through the 5-hole. Toronto right back the other way. McKenna to Walker. Walker scores. Aaron Walker with the transition goal as Toronto, they grab the lead. They're up 15-14, 1:44 left to go in this third quarter. That was good hustle. As soon as they got the ball, Toronto made their way down floor, which led to that goal. Ball's loose off the face-off. Still rolling around. Lemmy gets it. Tough angle, so he's got to go behind the net. Tries to regroup. Finds D'Amico. Out to Dance. Buck with it. Buck slides through, takes the check, spins, gets the shot off, picked up by Boiseno. Boiseno, he gets stick checked. Toronto gets the ball back. And it's Pfeiffer. Under a minute to go in this third quarter. 1-goal lead for Toronto. Dance. Finds a lane, bad angle, but gets the shot off and just misses the mark. They're going to give Dance a penalty for that. So a delay of game call goes against Dance as he was standing right in front of where the Steelhawks were trying to start the play. Keenan can't get it back through. 2-on-1 if they can move it up. Dunkerley, shot, save by Will Johnson. 22 seconds left to go on the game clock. McKenna has it. Toronto down a man. 10 seconds left. Buck trying to hold the line to avoid the over and back, and he eventually gets knocked over with 6 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Orpana, and a delayed call. So it's 2.2 seconds left to go. We'll see a penalty. We'll see who they're giving it to. Buck's heading off to the box, and so is Keenan. Both going off for roughing. Whitby bench is yelling that the ball is in the net, and that should have been a goal. They're not going to win that one. So 2.2 seconds left to go. 4-on-3 advantage for Whitby as Pfeiffer just waiting to get the ball. As soon as he gets it, he's just going to launch it towards the net. Now they make it 5-on-4, so coincidental penalties. We'll just wipe each other out after a bit of confusion. Pfeiffer with the shot at the buzzer, and that'll do it for the third quarter. The Monarchs with the 15-14 lead. And fourth quarter action about to start here at the Children's Arena in Oshawa. Toronto Monarchs with a 15-14 lead over the Whitby Steelhawks. Whitby on a power play for another minute 16. Trying to keep their perfect 6-0 record intact, but Kamiga gets the ball. A shot that Johnson gets a piece of. Knocked off into the corner, picked up by Osborne. Osborne will bring it through. Sinfield out to Pfeiffer, to Aston. Back out to Pfeiffer, over to Orpana. His shot stopped. Goes up into the crowd, so some time back on the clock for Whitby as they continue on the man advantage. Sinfield doing a good job getting his way through. So some more time on the clock. Pass intended for Orpana, ends up in the stick of Sinfield, out to Pfeiffer. Backhand pass to Aston, looking for the top corner. That goes high. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Pfeiffer makes his way towards the net, and a save by Watson, but possession grabbed from Whitby. They've got 8 seconds left on the man advantage. Sinfield with the shot from the outside. This time, Toronto able to get the rebound. A giveaway, though, as Dunkerley got bumped by Hamley. Back to 5-on-5. Pfeiffer tries to plug a hole through the lane to create some space. Osborne with the ball and a moving pick called. They're going to give a penalty. They're going to say Osborne shot that late after the whistle, so he's going to get a delay of game penalty. Toronto will go on the man advantage. So Toronto up by 1 on the power play. Looking to give themselves a bit of a cushion here in the fourth quarter. I'm going to say Toronto stepped in the crease. Whitby gets the ball back. Boisneau can't handle that at the line. Still loose. And they say that hit the mesh and is out of bounds. Ferreira down to Ford. Toronto on the power play. Dance with the shot. Save by Johnson. Picked up by Ford, who moves it back out to Dance. Not much movement on the man advantage. They're just hanging on to it. There's a shot from Ford. Boisneau with the ball. Little spin shot attempt by Braden McGregor. 45 seconds on the man advantage for Toronto. Walker with the ball. Pfeiffer having a look around. He's going to quarterback things at the top. Pfeiffer steps in, backhand pass. And a goal as the Monarchs with a power play marker. Nice pass down low from Pfeiffer. And then Cody Innes with the finish. That was with 29 seconds left on the power play. And it's a 2-goal cushion for Toronto. They're up 16-14. 11:50 left to go in the third quarter. Good battle off the draw. Picked up by Toronto. Kuminga dishes it to Buck. He's all alone, and the shot by Kuminga goes in. So a bit of a broken play as Buck misses the initial shot, and then a bouncing ball into the stick of Kuminga. He picks up his first of the game. 3-goal lead for Toronto. After that Kuminga goal, a nice shot. Flip back off the face-off, picked up by McKenna. Shot from the outside, not stopped. They're going to say crease violation, back the other way. Pfeiffer with the ball. Looking to the far side. Whitby trying to get back into this one. Toronto with this nice, nice cushion. Shot through to Dance. His shot gets stopped. Toronto right back the other way. 17-14, they lead it. Quick transition back the other way. It's Osborne. His shot saved. Joel Watson freezes that up. And Jennings. Over to Pfeiffer on the far side. Ford hangs on to it. And Frere with the dish to Battersby. His shot off the iron. Lots of time left on the shot clock. Still 12 as Ford comes around a bit of a pick. Whitby wanted that to be a moving pick violation. They won't get the call. McKenna with the ball. Whitby bench furious, thinking that should have been their possession. Buck moves it to Dance. Dance swings around. He's going to draw a penalty. That'll be a slashing call going against Boiseau. A Whitby bench. Upset with that one. They're going to get teed up and unsportsmanlike. Sportsmanlike and an ejection. So we're going to see a 5-on-3 after that one. Over. McKenna will start things off, 5-on-3. Dance with the ball. Back up the other way. Down by 3 are the Steelhawks. And a shorthanded marker. And it's Nate Woods picking up his 4th goal of the contest. I think he just put up 4 fingers to show Joel Watson that's his 4th. Whitby still down by 2, though. Watson having some words from between the crease. Joel Watson calling on the entire Whitby Steelhawks bench, says, I'll take any one of you on. He's still chirping towards the Whitby bench. So big goal from Woods, his 4th of the game, as they were down 2 men. Goaltender Joel Watson still exchanging some words with the Steelhawks bench. Play continues at the other end. Dance with the ball. Stepping into it is Jesso. His shot just misses the mark. So still 1:11 on the double power play. Dunkerley, he's on a breakaway, shoots and scores. A power play marker as Devin Dunkerley intercepts that one and takes it the length. So that'll kill off or eliminate one of the penalties. 3-goal lead restored for Toronto, 18-15, and they're still on the power play. Picked up by McKenna. Over to Innes. Dance. Toronto needed one more guy out. They only had 4. A little bit of confusion as they send the 5th man out. Saved by Will Johnson. Moves it up to Boiseau. 30 seconds left to kill. Goodchild moves it to the far side. That'll go out of bounds. And it'll be Whitby ball as we go to an official timeout. Monarchs leading the Steelhawks 18-15, 7:22 left to go in regulation. "19 seconds left to kill for Whitby as they've got the ball. Down by 3 against the Monarchs. Toronto trying to put a blemish on Whitby's perfect 6-0 season record. Five seconds left to go on the shot clock, as well as the penalty. So we're back to 5-on-5 even strength as the possession changes back to Toronto. McKenna. We'll see if Toronto plays some clock management here down the stretch. Dance is content to hang on to the ball. He's not being forced. Now he'll drive towards the net. Little twister shot just off the mark. Weller just gets across center before the 8-second violation. Sinfield hangs onto it. That shot gets blocked. Whitby still with it, 7 to go on the shot clock. Pfeiffer has the ball. He circles through, tries to find an opening down low. It's scooped up by D'Amico. Ford. Forced out to the top. Swings off a pick from Buck, but there's a man waiting right there to plug the lane. 3 to go on the shot clock. Jennings gets a reset, and a shot from the far side is stopped. And it's Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer through the lane, spins, scores. Devin Pfeiffer with a great individual effort. A couple bodies in front of him, took a big hit, and then able to spin around and get a tough angle shot off. That'll bring Whitby within 2. .5:21 left to go on the game clock. And Toronto looking to restore their 3-goal cushion. Whitby already has a man in the offensive zone. So that's why you only see 4 aside right now. Steelhawks with it up on transition. Keenan into Aston. Aston looking towards that far side. Sinfield. And that's going to be an over and back call, and we might see a tilt in the back end, some pushing and shoving. Cole Hanrahan was mixing it up right in front of the net. I think both guys are going to get penalties. Harris heading off to the box as well. So it'll be 4-on-4. Toronto will start with the ball. They lead by 2. It's 18-16, 4:26 left to go in regulation. Fakes the shot from the outside, still hanging on to it. It's Innes. Innes through to the middle. Backhand attempt by Pfeiffer as he gets knocked down. 3-on-2. Shot from the outside. Rebound, scores. Weller with the goal. That's a huge goal with 4:01 left to go as it brings Whitby back within 1. So John Weller, the latest to find the back of the net. Still 4-on-4 for 135. Boiseno drives the lane off the face-off and scores. Matt Boiseno with his second goal. And it brings this game back to a tie. Right off the face-off, just a clean win. And then all the way down to the net. Boiseno will try to do it again. This time, though, ball gets tied up and a possession call will be given to Toronto. It's Kaminga. .340 left on the game clock as Buck swings it to the far side to Pfeiffer. Into Ford. Ford shot from the outside, save by Johnson. Osborne, minute left on the 4-on-4. Luke Keenan. Over to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer trying to spin his way through. Spin shot past Dunkerley, but save by Watson. Toronto able to pick it up after a couple hops. They'll go back down the other way. Dunkerley. Dunkerley able to get the loose ball, keep Toronto in possession. 12 seconds left until we're back to 5-on-5. Dance to Pfeiffer. Shot by Buck, saved by Johnson. Hamley with the ball. All knotted up. 18-18. 2:10 left to go in regulation. Aston, he's got room. Shot off target. D'Amico. Crosses through. Moves it down to Dance. Dance moves it back to the near side to Ferreira. His shot off the glove of Will Johnson. Ten seconds on the shot clock. Ferreira. Pfeiffer gets the shot off and it just trickles towards the line. Almost goes in. Stopped by Nate Woods. He's having himself a game, 4 goals, and then that big defensive play. Aston. Over to Orpana. He circles through. That hits a man in front. Whitby will retain possession. 1 minute left to go in regulation. Pfeiffer with the ball. Over to Keenan. To Aston. Back out to Pfeiffer at the top. That one doesn't make its way through. Dunkerley has it for Toronto. Pfeiffer in the corner. Calls the play. Out to Dance. Dance circling, shot on the run. That hits the end glass off the net. Circling through his forward. He gets the shot off. Takes a big hit at the same time. With 16.6 seconds left to go, Whitby will call a timeout. Looking to end this in regulation. So they'll drop one last play. Will Johnson. We'll see if he heads onto the bench. It's a gamble if you lose possession. Toronto shoots it down at that empty net. A tie game situation. But you'd have to think they'd want to go with that extra attacker and play the 6-on-5. Johnson just standing there. He's not quite off yet, but he's right at the gate. Now Johnson will go on the bench, so it will be the 6-on-5. 16.6 seconds left in regulation. Whitby trying to end this one. Osborne bringing it down floor, gets across the line. 4 seconds left. Whitby's got to get moving. Shot from the outside, misses the mark. And at the end of regulation time, knotted up at 18 apiece. Both teams will grab a quick rest here, and we'll come out for the extra frame.